Okay, I'm going to make one video about our defense, cover everything. It should only take a couple minutes, so pay attention, everybody. Our defense, we're just going to call it Hawk. Why not? Simple to say. Base defense was basically a 4-2. All right, we got a backer who goes to the wide side of the field or the strength of formation. Then we got the Mike backer, so the backer and the Mike. All right, we got the Sam or the strong safety, the S with a dollar sign, and a free safety. Okay, so these go to the strength of formation. There's more people on this side, they go to that side. Then you got your corners. Okay, we talked about zone responsibilities in this. This is basically called, I don't want to go too far into this, why it's called a cover two, but it's basically two safeties are back and they're playing sort of the deep to outside. All right, there's the hook area. Got the backer and the Mike are playing the hook area right here. You're playing zone. The reason why we're going to play a lot of zone is because it's great against the run. Okay, when you're playing man and you have to be covering somebody and they're running at you and you don't know if they're blocking you or running fast and your back's turned, that's when the quarterback can just run for 1,000,000 yards. So we're going to run zone, keeping things in front of us and see what's going on. Okay, so how are we going to line up? The corners are going to line up a little bit outside of the number one. So we're going to call the wide receivers ones and twos, right? Ones and twos, a little bit outside, but we're going to be facing at a 45-degree angle in. Where are you guys looking? Get that into the second. Let's start with the backer's responsibilities first. I'm going to use this term called keys. You are no longer in this defense or any defense that you play, and I'm coaching, you do not look at the quarterback. Okay, you're not looking at where the ball's at. You read your keys. What are your keys? As linebackers sitting in the hook zone, the first thing you'll be looking at is the halfback. Okay, there's going to be a lot of run plays. The halfback gets it. And here's going to be your key. You're going to watch the halfback shoulders. If the halfback shoulders turn like this, I'm a halfback and I suddenly turn like this, where am I going? I am probably running a sweep. I'm doing something to get to the outside. You have to mirror the shoulders the same way and move in that same direction and move in a sense to meet where that person is at the line of scrimmage. Okay? We're not going to take, just stand there. You're not going to look at the quarterback. You're going to do a lot of misdirections. That halfback's going to take you to the play. If the shoulders move towards the line of scrimmage, you're moving this way. Just follow what the halfback does. If that kind of goes out for a pass or he's not getting the ball, right? He's not getting the ball, and then you drop into your zones, your hook zones, right? You drop in your hook zones. So you're going to key the halfback. I'm going to know when you're not. If you key the halfback, you're going to make a lot of tackles, okay? If you look at the quarterback and what the people are doing, you're not going to make tackles. All right, so the corners will be facing in. What are you guys reading? What are these two people reading? What are these two people reading? You are reading number two. Again, you're not looking at the quarterback. Two's going to tell you what's going on. If that wide receiver kind of comes out like this, you know it's a run play. You're not hesitating. You're going to try to get inside as hard as possible. You're flying up to the line of scrimmage as fast as possible. That two is going to tell you where to go. Here's why. We are playing zone. Okay? Cornerbacks, you're playing flat to deep. We covered this in practice. You have a very challenging position, extremely challenging. Because not only do you have to play the flat zone, but you have to play the deep zone as well if they go vertical. What's the fastest way to score? They go vertical. They go vertical. You read number two going vertical, you keep going vertical. Okay? If they do a short pass, then you rally up. Nothing, I'm going to say this all season, nothing gets behind you. Okay, so if you see him going forward, you keep going. You're physically, you're mentally there, but you're physically here, but you're mentally on one. You'll feel one. They're not going to be running to the same place. Okay, they're not both going to be standing right here. They're going to do high-low. One will go high, one will go low, one will come underneath. But you are playing this flat corners, or you're playing this flat to deep. Okay, here's why. Here's what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of routes where they just come out to the outside. And it's going to do something like this. If you vacate and you're not reading number two, and I know when you're not, this guy's going to be wide open. Okay? So two is going to take you to the play. Corners, the number two is going to take you to the play. Okay? So just read two. Again, if they're a dancing bear coming out trying to block somebody, you fill hard. All right? Don't even think. Boom. Fill hard. If that two look block it. They go vertical, you keep going vertical because that guy can also go vertical. If you see him coming into your flat zone, you stay put. You're going to get an interception right there, okay? So that is how that works and how everybody reads things. Let's talk about the halfback. Let's say it's a pass play, and the halfback just kind of starts running out like this. What is that? That's actually, he's turning into a number two on the play. So corners, when there's no number 2, look at the potential number 2. This guy might go in motion. He might turn to number 2. So if that turns into 2 and going to the flat, you're rallying up and playing the flat versus that halfback swing. And then the safety will see the 2 goes, then it'll turn over and you get the 1, right? So you're working together, playing the flat to deep. Safeties, you're playing deep. Okay, let's talk about our blitzes. It's pretty easy, everybody. You line up, and I call mob. The Mike and the backer. You guys are going, flying up, right? You just fly up and blitz. Don't even think, right? Find the ball carrier as fast as possible. We can't leave that 2 hook zones vacant. So Sam is going to come and replace where the back, as soon as the ball snap, you're filling and playing kind of both hooks area. Now, if there's more people on one side, you probably want to fill to this hook area more so than this hook area, right? So, and then the safety, you're playing back into the deep third. The flats, you're a little bit, when you blitz people, you want to make sure everything stays underneath you. So corners, you're not playing the flat as aggressive, okay? It's a blitz package coming in, okay? Now, that is mob. That is, you're replacing, free safety's playing deep middle by itself. Sam's coming up to replace that response to 2 hook areas of the Mike and backer. Head towards the hook area where that number 2 is going to be at, right? Okay, the other one is Sting. Same concept. We're coming up here, and then just the Sam's going to go. So we're going to have 2 hook players still. Cornerbacks, you're going to play more deep. You're not such more of a flat player. And because of that hook area backers and Mikes, you might have to extend out a little bit more. There's really nobody. It's kind of tough for the backers to play the flat and the hook. We have more responsibility since the corners are bailing out more. Okay. There's going to be a prevent defense. We're going to run 2. You're going to line up in 3. I haven't talked about this, but you're basically going to play back at the snap of the ball, have an umbrella of 4 guys back, right? And then just 2 guys underneath. We're going to give up the short stuff. Let's say it's like 3rd and 14 or 3rd and 15. Let them catch the 10-yard pass, tackle, and then we have them, right? So we'll get into that later. But that's your keys. Those are the blitzes. Pretty easy. That's the whole defense right there.